Good evening. Tonight we're going to continue on our Unit 4 with fractions. Lesson 23. Add a fraction to a mixed number. First one, 2 3/5 plus 1/5. All right, so guys, what we're going to do is we're just going to ignore that 2. That 2 whole, just ignore it. Bring everything down, 3/5, okay, plus the 1/5. And just focus on those fractions. We're going to be adding those. So bring over your whole, and the denominator are alike, so that stays the same. And then we add the numerators. 3 plus 1 is 4. 2 4/5. Not so bad, right? All right, same thing here. 3/6 plus 3 2/6. Well, let's bring down our whole right there. And our denominators stay the same because they're alike. They're alike. And now the numerators, 3 plus 2 is just 5. So our mixed number is 3 5/6. Next one, 5 2/3 plus 1/3. All right, so let's just bring down our whole, our 5, and our denominator are alike. So that stays the same. And our numerator is 2 plus 1 is 3. Aha. So now we have 5 3/3. But what do we know about that? We know when the numerator and the denominator have the same number, it's equal to a whole. So 5 plus 1 is 6. So 5 2/3 plus 1/3 is equal to 6 wholes. Next one, we have a half plus 4 1/2. So let's bring down our 4, our whole, and we have a half plus a half. And when we know about a half and a half, that makes a whole. So it's equal to 5 wholes. 1/2 plus 4 1/2 is equal to 5 wholes. All right, next one's a little bit different because now we're going to be making a mixed number that has an improper fraction in it. So let's try it. We have our whole, which is a 4, and our denominator stays the same because they are alike, and our numerator is 6 plus 5, which is 11. So we can't leave that like that. So what we need to do is we need to pull the whole out of here. And when we pull the whole out of here, we're going to get 8 8s. And then what's left over? 3 8s. So now we need to take this whole and add it to the whole that we started off with, which is 4. So 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. But don't forget our leftover fraction, which is 3 8s. So 4 6/8 plus 5 8s is equal to 5 3/8. And which helps us in here is pulling out that whole number, that whole fraction, and then figure out what's left. But make sure you add it to the original whole number, which was 4. 7/12 plus 8 10/12. All right, so here we go. Let's take down that whole. Our denominator stays the same because our fractions are alike. Our denominators are alike. And then our numerator is 17. Okay, so now we have another issue. We can't leave that improper fraction in there with that mixed number. So let's pull out the whole. The whole is 12/12. And what's left is 5/12. So now we need to take this whole and add it to our original whole, which is now 9, and then add on your extra leftover fraction. So it's 9 5/12. Next one, 10 2/5 plus 4/5. So let's take down our whole and then set up our fraction bar. Our denominators are the same, so we keep that the same. 2 plus 4 is 6. So now we have an improper fraction in there. So now we have to take that improper fraction and pull out that whole, which is 5 5/5, and we're left with 1/5. So now we have to take that whole of 10 plus the fraction that we pulled out, which is a whole. So now we have 10 plus that 1, because 5/5 is 1, and that gives us an 11. But don't forget to add on your extra fraction left over when we pulled out the whole. So it's 11 and 1/5. Just lying around. Well, stop lying around and get to those next few problems. First one, 3 and 4/5 plus 1/5 is equal to, and I want to see your work tomorrow, 8 and 7/10 plus 9/10 is equal to, and I want to see your work tomorrow. Good job tonight. We'll practice the skills tomorrow. Have a great night, guys.